Give me a second.
Okay, I guess
Oh,
Josh,
am I
take it
recording?
away. Take away the intro.
Wait, actually,
Take away. Say hello.
so hello.
Oh, hi. Welcome to episode 3 of the Political Discourse. We are joined here by me, your favorite, Josh, your second favorite, and two new faces. Introduce yourselves in order of who's the best.
Oh, well, that's pretty easy.
Okay, well, he spoke first. That means he's the best. All right, Lazy.
I knew it. Yeah.
Hey,
Lazy,
I
say
would
hi.
agree. I
Your-
would agree.
your
but
outsider's
me,
perspective,
Corbin,
yes.
Corbin would say, or
Uh-oh.
Tickles McGee, whatever you want to call me. I don't care.
Oh.
I'd say best for last. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Okay, Lazy.
Point.
What the heck? Lazy,
Yeah, what?
introduce
got a
yourself.
question?
Tell us who you are and your political alignment on the chart.
Actually, probably don't do that.
Okay, tell us who you are and hints at your political alignment so that we have, like,
Hints.
full ignorance.
Wait, so I can't tell specifically where I aligned with my.
No, you can
If
just
it's-
tell us what
if
you
it's
think.
allowed in the social climate.
Oh, sorry. Well, then I can't.
Tell us where you're from and what you think.
I think.
Tell us where you're from first. Come on. He's from.
Okay.
Country of origin.
Okay. Country of origin. People up north. The Great Whites.
He's from Canada. Okay.
Oh, I can't say that. I can't say that. TOS. I can't say that. TOS.
Oh,
Shut up,
Oh,
Tickles.
man.
I
you
mean,
said
Lazy.
great white shark, didn't you?
I said Great White North, but Great White. That's
Like
like
Snow
TOS gets
White.
like. Yes, the best.
It is
of
the
the
Great
best.
White North, I think they call it that, which is
They
weird.
do. They do.
Snowy.
They do. For good reason.
For good. Okay, Lazy.
What? We have great mountains here. What are you
It's
talking about?
already falling
Lazy
apart.
Wondering why
Half
people
our-
don't
half our-
hop
half
in
our-
the Discord when they're streaming.
All right, I'll introduce him instead. Lazy is our
Oh, we should
Canadian.
stream this.
He's
I've said nothing wrong. All right?
Hours,
He's-
Increase my country.
on the political compass. I'd say he's more like slightly authoritarian, right?
Okay, you're funny. All right.
He is though. He's right wing. And Tickles, our second, is from the Great Plains of Colorado. Just kidding. It's nothing but mountains and
Colorado.
snow.
It's
And
mountains,
he is a
snow,
little
and
bit
just
more
empty
authoritarian
mountains.
left. So we've balanced out the podcast by having them both here. One's like a fascist, one's a communist, and we have
just because I live in a communist state doesn't mean
they
anything.
cancel
Right?
each other
I
out.
like what I like, man. Okay.
All right, I'm a libertarian right,
Little
and
kids.
Josh is like,
I'm libertarian, right?
yeah. So we're slightly more right leaning, but not too much. Not too much. Tickles is liberal enough to offset all of us. So
Whoa, no, I'm not. Hey, all I'm saying is I'm not allowed to
Wait,
say my
Rufus,
opinions.
can we run it back to the
Alright.
fact you just said that you're white leaning?
I said right leaning.
Are you sure about that?
Do you only hear the word
Racism
white?
is
What
a
the heck
no-no.
are
I
you?
don't know. I think you stuttered and stumbled there a little
It's
bit.
a
honestly.
broken record from the 70s.
We're gonna have to do a lot of polishing on this.
This
one.
guy's edgy. Don't worry about him.
Polishing? Nah, man. We need to get some. Oh no, wait, hold on.
Tickles is pretty edgy.
I
what
think
can
the
I
only
say?
way to get into this is really just to segue into a topic that we can discuss and get off of this as fast as we can.
Joe
Uh,
Biden's America,
Florida
right?
is going to flood. There's a big hurricane coming in the next 48 hours, and it's all DeSantis' fault. He just attracts bad things.
He made it.
DeSantis, what do you think about that? Death and dying. What do you think?
I know what I think about it. It's God's judgment on Florida.
Well, I
Tickles,
mean,
do you?
Did you
Yeah?
see what I sent you?
No, I didn't. Hold on, let
You
me
should
check.
read it in the
I mean, with the
Discord.
people
That's
that
what
live there,
gonna
I
say,
mean,
but
I would
can't because
certainly.
it's a no-no.
People in Florida are pretty wild.
That's
So,
going in
man,
recording.
Hey, Broface,
Yeah?
can you this amazing podcast see the Discord or no?
Yeah,
Okay, well
I
then
just
no.
showed them. I just
Oh!
revealed your secrets.
You revealed the picture above the secrets too.
I just showed them sucking toes.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
but
that's
Yeah.
Oh,
TOS.
that's it.
No, it
They
isn't.
That
didn't-
is
Man.
TOS.
Toes
Wait,
are
wait,
hot.
Wait, Broface. They didn't see the.
I mean,
the-
technically,
the
there's gambling.
message
So, I mean,
sent
I
you?
don't know what is and isn't TOS.
Yeah, but Josh really touched on a topic that I believe really is happening. I think DeSantis is just bad luck, and I think what we need is for
God
him to
is
run for
fighting them?
president. I'm an
Oh,
accelerationist.
Can we
I think if he
describe
becomes
what
president,
that is,
the world
what
will
is
blow.
DeSantis or whatever.
DeSantis? Oh yeah, he's the senator of Florida.
Senator. He's the governor.
Governor is what I
Yeah,
meant.
you
I meant to say
stinker.
governor. Did I say
Yeah,
senator? Sorry,
you did.
that's a mouth typo. I meant he's the governor of Florida. He's the one who shipped all of the Mexicans up to Nancy Pelosi's
whoa.
house.
No, it was
Why'd you say
Kamala
there,
Harris.
Ryan?
I
I
know
was
was,
it
I was gonna say
someone's
something about
house.
it, but if you were gonna say it, I mean, I might as well say it. But... Oh,
It's
man,
not-
I was gonna say
so-
it's more the Cubans, but I mean, sure.
No, it's
don't-
just the Mexicans. They ship up.
Oh.
They ship up the Mexicans.
Well, it's just Hispanics.
It's in
general,
protest
just
to
in
the
general,
lack
just in
of
general,
southern
right,
border
Josh?
security.
like South America.
And all the liberals are taking a moral high ground, like, why would you do that? I'm like, they came to our country. They don't care where they are. They just want to be in America. So what's bad about
mean-
moving them? Oh, nothing? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I
I'd
mean, you're not
agree,
totally
except for-
wrong, so-
I don't know if it's still going on, but it was pretty bad when they were doing those, where they were just like shoving them all into those little, I guess, deportation facilities. Those things were
Obama.
pretty, those things were pretty
Man.
bad.
Yeah, here's
I
the thing,
think-
though. Oh, no,
But
Josh,
I mean,
go
they're
ahead,
not
please.
U.S. citizens,
Oh.
so I mean,
Here's the thing. Yeah, everyone's like, they get so angry that we ship them up to Florida. It's like, oh, we deport illegal immigrants? No one bats an eye. We move them back further into America? Everyone starts freaking out. I'm like,
That
what?
is an interesting take.
What do you mean? They're still here. At least we didn't kick them out. I mean, you guys are unhappy about us not
We
kicking them
should've.
out? What do you
It's
mean?
a rich area.
Yeah, we gave them a better place to live, and you're angry. Okay, well.
Do you treat quality of life as something important to people?
Wow. I
The
mean,
issue is like sending them without their knowledge is what they were.
oh
alleging.
yeah, because that's like a big crime. We were about to send them
without
back
their-
without their
Oh,
knowledge.
they didn't tell them where they were sending them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Well, at least with some
that's-
of them.
that's
allegedly.
not okay. That's like
Yeah, they're
that's
just in the
like
back of a
us-
fucking van, and they just get don't even know
No,
if they're
it
gonna
was
be
a
going.
prison.
I don't know if it's that.
They repurposed prison buses and did it. So they got
Oh
put on
my
a prison bus and
Oh
just
my-
got taken away and didn't get told. And they didn't even wait for like parents or
That's so unlucky.
family guardians or whatever to
What an
show
L.
up. So they were just
Bro.
taking whoever
We
they
don't have to
could.
deal with that.
The worst part is that they like probably flew them coach from Florida to Washington, which is like what, an 8-9 hour flight maybe? Wait, maybe
I would
not.
say-
They
I would
don't
say,
know
like,
where
Do
they
they have
are.
layover?
No, I'm not even talking about where they are. I'm talking about the pain of flying coach for that long. I mean, ew, gross.
Oh,
they don't even
yeah.
have to go on board movies. That would
They
suck.
probably do.
Dude, that's not that bad.
They probably gave him like JetBlue or something.
But look,
Gave him
as much
Spirit.
as I'd like to be sympathetic, if I came into this country illegally and then they shipped me to Washington, D.C. from the disgusting, sloppy, wet lakes of Florida, I'd be like, oh no, you're sending me to a better place. I sure hope I don't land and have a good time here. Okay.
Isn't it more expensive in Washington?
But yeah, they're going to house them for
Washington
free.
State or
No
Washington,
duh.
D.C.?
Oh, they're housing them for free. Well,
Washington,
I don't know if
DC,
that
I
really
think.
is it. Did they actually like give them housing, or was it its own separate?
But
Like, thing?
Joe Biden's in charge. Of course, they're going to make the taxpayers give them housing.
You sure, man? Joe Biden.
Yeah, I'm
only-
sure.
Joe
Joe
Biden doesn't know what he's
only
doing.
Turned over, no, Joe Biden only turned over a new leaf after he started running again. You know, I mean, I still remember him talking about wanting segregation in school.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that was our Joe Biden. Yeah.
No, that was
Our.
a Joe Biden.
Yeah, he's our
That was
president.
not-
That's our
okay,
president.
That's what
He
you're
is the
talking
best.
about. Yeah, that's what you're
Pinnacle
talking
of the
about.
free
I was
world,
being
man.
sarcastic. I was not
I mean,
accepting
Oh,
he
it.
sorry, I was being
is
serious.
technically our president. You know, it's not the.
Technically.
He's
it's the
not
one
my
I voted
president.
for, but it's not the one I wanted.
Which
Okay.
president did
wanted
you
you
want?
dropped out.
He's the president of the free world. That's all.
I
I
wanted
wanted
Theodore
him dead.
Roosevelt back. I love
Roosevelt?
Theodore
Dude,
Roosevelt.
yeah,
He's dead.
Theodore Roosevelt. Dude.
Come back,
Hey,
Theodore.
Dude, run it back.
Theodore
Right
from
back.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, the movie.
Yeah,
more of
that
an
one.
Dude,
Abraham
I don't
Lincoln
know.
enjoyer.
Theodore seems like too
Abraham
much of a
Lincoln, the
little
one who
bitch.
didn't want to end slavery.
Theodore's pretty thick. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, but he probably ain't a good president. Dude's gonna be like,
Oh, let's all have cheese puffs for everybody.
Hey guys, I have another topic. Are you guys
Yeah.
ready? Do
I'm
you
ready.
know what's
answer the
happening?
first one.
No, we were just talking about Florida. That's really all I wanted the topic to be. So
Florida
welcome.
is a great topic.
Florida's gonna get wiped off the face of the earth, and that's all right.
I'm-
if the hurricane didn't do it, global warming would have gotten around to it. So
where would we
yeah,
go to
so
meet
they're
up though?
going.
That's all I'm saying. Where would we go to meet up though?
Probably like Georgia. That'll be the next Florida.
I
when the
was
water
gonna say,
level rises.
I was gonna say California is quite a nice place to visit, A lot of fake people. That's all I'll say.
California's a nice place to visit. He's a comedian.
I would not want to
I'm
visit
just,
there.
I'm just saying there are some nice people there.
There's
I
some
would not
really
want
fat people there.
No, there's some thickies there. I'll say
There's
that.
some-
homeless people.
there's
some some people with some real dumpies. That's all.
You want to talk about segregation? Los Angeles divides the homeless and dirty and stinky by a straight line from the rich people. Like, I was walking through LA, and then there were like the slums downtown where they hoard all the homeless people, and then you take one more step, you're in Richville. I'm like, what the heck?
Have you seen the part of the city where it goes
Yeah, I don't
from
know
a
what to tell
bunch
you.
of shops to just a bunch of closed off buildings?
Yes.
Fucked on it, just
The Summer of Fire really
streets
did
of
them
trash.
good.
There's actually in San Francisco too, Market Street. It completely divides like the ultra ghetto and the ultra rich, and it's just depressing.
It is. It really says a lot about society, which leads us into a worse society. What's happening in Iran right now?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys hear about that? You guys hear
I-
about what
I
happened in
heard.
Iran?
I'm not caught up to speed on that. What's going on?
Okay, so what's happened in Iran is, back in the early 2000s when we wanted their oil, so we instated
Oh, yeah.
a dictator.
Yeah.
And you know how they didn't like that, so they started rioting in the streets because they hated their dictator?
Yeah.
Well, they're
that
doing
sounds
that
right.
again. So, like, except even worse
Is it
this
gonna
time.
Is it gonna bring the oil prices down?
It's probably going to make them go up, but it's not Saudi Arabia. Just be glad it's not Saudi Arabia. We need our oil.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you guys
I don't know,
produce oil? I'm just kind of wondering.
We produce the most oil in
pro-
the world, but we just export all of it.
oil by
Yeah,
claiming
look at Joe Biden
other
go. He just knows what he's
oils,
doing.
So what's happening in Iran is there's a bunch of protests going on because they hate their dictator. They're running up to like the USA's what do you call it, embassy, and they're like, "Kill the dictator! We hate him!" And they're protesting, and
Wow.
women are ripping off their hijabs and
Oh,
like
wow,
burning
on,
them.
on the topic
Never
of
mind,
that,
never mind.
A woman got like brutally murdered because
I
she
was gonna
didn't
say
have
something
one
about
on.
your
Multiple
president,
did.
but I'm like,
Dude,
it-
that happens all the
I
time
only-
over there. It's just whether you hear about it.
I only heard about the most recent one, and they went kind of full on out.
Yeah, so it's safe to say Iran really doesn't want to be under that dictator anymore. And then they shut off the
No.
internet. That internet
Wow.
just got
Yeah.
shut off in Iran, and everybody's talking about it because they didn't want like anyone to see the violence there.
They shut it off completely for their entire
Yeah,
country.
they just
Yeah,
stopped
it's
it. We're
crazy.
trying to get it back on, like as
That's
USA.
wild.
But what I'm thinking is we shouldn't get involved. Like the USA is really trying to get involved. I'm like, we've been the
Freedom,
problem there for so
freedom.
long.
I know.
They should liberate
No.
themselves and then enroll themselves.
Like I'll get in trouble if I say my point, but like it's not our country,
Mm-hmm.
not our problem.
It's not.
Just
It
like
will
how
cause more of
everybody
a problem
keeps
if we
saying,
go.
Oh man, we need to send food to certain countries that don't have food. No,
Why do we have
What's
to
your
be like
issue?
the police
Whoa,
for
we're not the
the world?
dude. People want us to be the superhero,
I
motherfucker.
know.
We've been at war for 96% of our history. right?
We're not the good
we
guys.
are not the good guys.
We need
Wow,
less,
you guys
less
are just
war.
figuring this out. Look at you guys go.
No, we're not.
Well,
figuring
we've
this
known
out.
this for a long
We've
time.
known it, yeah.
No one wants
Just
to
the
say
rest
it.
of the world hasn't
Go,
accepted
you guys. Woohoo.
Hey, you guys are just
Big
as
ol-
bad. What happened to your
Yeah.
Native Americans?
it.
I didn't
What
think
happened to
so.
ours?
At least, yeah, I was gonna say, at least we still have our.
Yeah, I'm just saying we're the
Yeah,
bad
but-
guys. And then we're like, what happened to theirs? Oh yeah, they killed them all. And then built their cities on top of it. I'm like, Canada isn't the good guys either. They're just loyalist scum.
No, we still have ours, unlike yours.
You know, at least we
all
stopped
moved.
hailing to the King of England. You guys are still
Yeah.
like, Terry, mate, we love him.
No,
We
we
love
don't
King Harold.
We don't hail to him. We sang Bohemian Rhapsody. at
We're
the
seeing
funeral.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh,
Hey, I mean,
That was
that's a-
hilarious. Justin
The only-
Trudeau, rare Justin Trudeau W.
The only Justin Trudeau W. What do you mean?
They should have succeeded a long time ago. Yeah, but
How
I just
many-
wanted to get your guys' opinion on whether or not we should
Iran?
involve ourselves in Iran.
I don't think we should.
that's a no.
I
think
don't
we
think
should-
so.
I didn't
It
think
it
so.
already
we
went
should-
bad once. I don't think it should happen again.
I think we should get ready for the fall of our economy and just build up a huge bunker for our entire
nuclear
fucking
war
country
bunker?
and just start going crazy in the like engineering or like just.
Speaking of
research and
which-
shit.
Oh?
The Call of
Yeah.
Duty might be making the next one based off of the Iraq War.
Good.
That's really.
They might be. They said something that it might be the next one.
Recent history, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's been within the last 20 years. What the war
It just
ended
ended like 3 years ago. They're like, let's
Started. It's technically been our longest one.
It
Yeah,
has been a
true.
very long war in quotation marks, in which we just went there, shot a bunch of people, and then walked away, and then came back and did it over and over and over again.
I have a hot take
Really?
about the Middle East war. You know how they were saying they're all terrorists, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
We're
think
the terrorists.
no, not that, but it's like
Oh.
I think the civilians had a point of revolting against the U.S. government.
Wow, we were.
Have you seen the mistreatment from the U.S. military to the citizens? It's just
And we were the
Just
ones who
terrible.
instated a lot of the worst dictators.
To be fair, think about it this way: we just sent a bunch of our fucking rednecks and hooligans
Hey,
after teaching them how to use weaponry and sent
And then
them
told
into
them
their
they're all
country.
terrorists.
yeah.
I told all of those innocent people that they're all terrorists. They're like, yeah, of course something bad was about to happen.
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either. If a bunch of foreign invaders came to our country and started
I'll do
mistreating
the
us,
same
we do
thing.
the same thing.
yeah, you don't get pushed around.
Yeah, we don't usually. Wait, is that a sexual innuendo?
No.
I mean, no,
Mine
but I
is
mean,
better.
it can be if you want.
I was just wondering if that was how Lazy was using that. Oh, talking about Lazy in the dirt poor, disgusting country right above us. Did you know that it's getting hit by a Category 4 hurricane right now from the
Only
Atlantic
Category
Ocean?
4.
Yeah, people are dying.
That
I
And
thought that was
sucks.
Puerto
drowning.
Rico.
Man, I
No,
hope
Canada's getting hit too.
Really?
Yep.
they are.
Man,
It
and
sucks.
they're like, we're dying. And we're like, yeah, we had Hurricane Katrina. How about that? And they're like, oh, never mind. Yeah.
But we're still
They-
gonna send them money. Watch.
They're like, oh no, we're dying because of the hurricane. You're like,
Well,
first time?
Hey, we have Trudeau, so he's gonna
Exactly.
be like, please give me money.
Dude,
I need it for my private
He
jet.
is. He
Un-
literally is. I
unpopular-
was reading about it.
unpopular
He's
belief.
begging for, like, funds.
Bro face, you
And
ready
he's,
for this?
already trying to tax
Unpopular
more money out of
belief.
us.
Huh?
I think that we are. I think we're basically the Mongolians, right? The U.S.
Are
We're the
we?
Mongolians, yeah.
We're
every
pillaging and
time-
raping
every time-
everyone?
I don't
Wait,
know,
what do
but
you do,
every
Broface?
time. No, he's talking about the Mongolians. Okay, just the
I
part of
tuned out for just a
Mongolians where
second.
they raided and fought. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
But
so like
then-
every other country.
But then no, but they were good at it. But then let's sprinkle on the part that we like to give gifts to people so that they leave us alone.
I think
that's
Rome's
true.
better. We just like
Or so
Rome
that
liked
they
raiding
don't
people,
take
and then they
dollars.
like drown themselves in politics. And I was like, there
Yeah,
are
that's
only
true.
two things. So next one, aside from stinky Canada getting what they deserve,
Oh
we
my.
have Italy going fascist. They have their first woman leader they've ever had, right?
Wow.
And she's a fascist.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's kind
She
of like
also a
half
self-proclaimed one as well, or no?
Yeah, no, they're part of a very right-wing party, and they have ties to fascist parties. And what happened is they're really scared. So what's happening is World War II is starting again, except this time all the big players are switching sides. So all the people on the Allies are turning to the Axis, and then we're like the only ones sitting here about to die. So have fun with that.
Wait, what would the Axis powers be? Iran, Russia,
China, Iran,
China.
Russia, India, because
India?
India's in a pact. I'll talk about it later. Probably like this really weird, inefficient way to plant trees that Josh has just done that is making me disgusted.
Yeah, but doesn't what's it called? Russia has like their off-brand NATO with Kazakhstan and all these other
Yeah,
Soviet
all of
states.
these poor countries that need
Belarus.
food more than they need weapons.
I know.
Yeah, so basically Italy is starting the new
The boys are
the
back
new
in
axis.
town.
The boys are back in town. Germany's about to get nice and anti-Semitic. Italy's
no.
about to get nice and fascist. Russia's about to join the Axis this time. It's
Wow,
going to
look
be
at
so
Russia
much
go.
Axis
fun.
powers were the good guys.
The Axis powers are the good guys.
Well, I mean, never mind, straight up.
This guy was just
The Allied
Freudian
powers
slipped.
was the good guy.
This guy just Freudian slipped, guys.
No.
Yeah, so next one, Yeah, China and India are supporting peace talks with Putin. They're like, yeah, we need to get peace going between you and Ukraine. And Putin is starting a draft. So
Oh,
Oh, that is a good topic.
Well,
to
I mean,
talk
yeah,
about.
they did it. They did. Did you see the part where they like infiltrated a ton of Ukrainian broadcasts or whatever, saying that they were sending their troops somewhere else, and then they did the exact opposite and took 70% of the land that they took back?
yeah,
It's kind of silly.
a lot of
It's
bad
a
stuff's happening.
Sun tactic, actually.
I think Russia really is. They tried their special operations in quotation marks, didn't work, so now they're just gonna do a full scale invasion. That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking.
they failed pretty
Cannon
miserably.
fodder.
Of course, the people of Russia aren't too happy, and they're rioting in the streets and like
They're
protesting
fleeing.
and dodging the draft, like they're modern day Muhammad Ali. If you didn't know, Muhammad Ali, the famous boxer, dodged the Vietnam draft. So that's a little trivia
Shoot,
for
I
you.
would
I mean-
have dodged that draft too.
Yeah, everyone would have if they could have. But America doesn't like it when you do that unless you're rich and famous. I don't even think Elvis was able to dodge the draft.
Really?
No, yeah, Elvis didn't get to dodge the draft.
What an
L.
L moment there.
Yeah, but who's excited for
Well-
World War III?
Well,
I
see,
am.
Starting with the
See,
invasion
we-
of Taiwan.
if it does in fact happen, we'll show you guys how great Canada is. when
Wait,
it
there's
comes to
actually a
wars.
video I'd like to share.
Oh yeah.
It's a nuclear war simulation from.
I thought it was a whole
Princeton
kissing
University.
video, but okay, I'm fine with that too.
I'm running out of topics, Josh. You have to.
Oh, well, it's a
Give me a big
nuclear
ol' wet
war
kiss.
simulation.
Oh, okay. I'm looking.
You guys wanted to see it.
Looking. Because there's so many toes.
Wait, Josh has got his toes out?
Okay, we're looking.
You hear it?
Russia, United States. Okay, I'm looking. Don't we have like almost 2,000 nuclear warheads?
Well, who knows what the real number is? So they're saying Russia's more likely to send the first nuke.
Of course.
The ominous music.
What is this plane supposed to signify?
The tactical nuke.
I don't think Russia would nuke Ukraine.
What did they
Doesn't seem
nuke?
like
That is that Germany?
It might be Germany.
No, that's Poland, is it? Yeah, that's
Poland's
Poland.
right next to Germany, so it doesn't matter.
Austria was.
I would be able to tell you guys, so. Regardless, if World War III shows up, Canada will just to show you guys up how brutally awesome we are.
Antarctica will win in the end.
The
How did
military
you-
base we have in
who told you-
Antarctica.
Who told you that, Josh?
No one. We don't believe it either. Wink.
All these epic nuke.
America should not get involved and just watch Europe blow up.
And we'd rise like the phoenix. But then the whole NATO pact thing would fall through.
Yeah, but it'd only take 24 hours for all of them to die, so who would really be there to stop us? I don't see the United States getting bombed here, so I'm enjoying it.
Oh, you'll see.
I'll see.
That's just the initial. It says 45 minutes. That's what they predict will happen.
Oh, zoom out.
This is where the epic
Iceland will win in the end.
screw off subscribe button.
Hmm.
That's a
I
lot
will
of
not
views.
subscribe.
I don't know why they don't do like.
Wait, what are we subscribing to now? Josh? New subreddit you got for us?
Look at those anti-nukes. They're gonna block every single one.
Yeah, why don't we have
Man.
anti-nukes?
Man,
What
do
do
I
you-
got a
I
subreddit
don't know,
for
man.
you guys?
Uh-oh.
What are you, Josh?
No. There are many things that Josh has that I wish that I could buy.
As long as the nukes are condensed in one area and don't blow up the entire Oh, never mind. That doesn't look good.
That doesn't look good.
It's not fair. Russia has too much land.
Well, I mean, the only
I mean,
Oh.
technically, you don't have to nuke the whole
My
east
bad,
side of
my
it.
bad. Whoa,
yeah,
what?
only the west part of Russia has people, really.
Oh wait, west side. My bad.
I thought it was the east side of Russia that had.
No, east side is where it's all cold and shit.
Oh, is it?
More it's closer to Europe. That's where.
What I think will happen, early prediction, Russia will attempt to launch a nuke, but since their systems are so old and garbage, it will like blow up in the silo.
Oh, that would be.
You think?
It'll be like North Korea.
I don't know, dude. The fact that they had the balls to fight either means that they have a weapon and they just want more land so that they can get closer to something to use it, or the fact that they're missing everything and they need whatever's in Ukraine. What resources does Ukraine have?
Not a lot. Just what
Not
we've
a
given
lot?
them as
Oil.
NATO.
They got oil.
They don't have any natural resources.
Oh, natural
besides
resources? I mean, everyone has a little bit of oil, but I mean, yeah.
But
Well, I'm
they
their
don't-
just
major
curious.
ones
I'm
are
just
oil
curious
and
if
wheat.
there's something that Ukraine has more of that Russia doesn't have.
Okay, there's nothing that Ukraine has that Russia doesn't have more of. They just want something that we
That's
don't know
true.
yet.
Oh, you know what Ukraine has? It has more port access to the Black
That's
Sea.
right. Hasn't Russia, like, since like the start of Russia, been fighting against Turkey to try and get that little sliver to the
Yeah,
ocean?
they want Black Sea access.
You
'cause it
think
has
that
a lot
even
of
if they
money.
get access to it, they're gonna know how to drive a fucking
They also have a bunch of crime.
Russia?
What, Russia?
And not normal crime. I mean, like, rich people from all across the
shoot.
world crime.
Like, yeah, don't like just some civilians just own tanks.
Like, it's some of the most corrupt people in the world just, like, love Ukraine for a hangout spot.
What do you
So
mean?
there's probably a lot of bad information on a lot of individuals that probably don't need that getting out.
Oh.
What are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating that
How old is Putin?
69.
I feel
yeah, he's
like the
Late
CIA
50s,
is
early
listening.
60s.
I feel like we should move on to the next segment I have prepared.
Oh,
I
really?
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would you rather questions that are political based.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so get ready for today's episode of Political Would You Rather. Be your host.
Let me do
Bro
an
Face.
animation later.
Yeah.
First.
Okay, so would you rather Biden and Harris get removed from office, but Nancy Pelosi becomes the president for the rest of the terms, or things just carry on till next election as they are?
Wait, could you say that again?
Okay, so Biden and Harris just get removed from office, but the new president becomes Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House,
Oh.
and she has to serve out the rest of the time. Or, it just stays the same and we don't have Nancy Pelosi.
I think just stay the same.
I was thinking about that.
I
So,
don't know,
Tickles, what do
dude.
you think, since you're the one who loves Joe
dude,
Biden?
I don't.
You are the
like
one
Joe
that would
Biden.
kiss him.
He was
Since you like
just-
kissing him
the
with tongue.
president I wanted to win dropped out. So
Don't say the
that
D
sucks.
word. Don't say the D word.
Don't talk like you didn't want him. All right.
I didn't want Biden.
You wanted him and he
I
wanted
just-
you, Tickles.
I
Don't
wanted
even
him
lie.
in because I didn't. Trump just didn't do enough last time. So
He didn't do
I
it
don't
for
think
me.
deserved
Oh, he did
something.
quite enough, in my opinion.
Man, I don't know.
He removed my ability to buy cigarettes. Just like
Yes, because you're a big smoker.
Names.
Ronald Reagan removed my freedom of alcohol at 18.
That is an L. We still have.
He
Wait,
also
it was
increased
Reagan
gun
who did
control,
it?
which was kind of funny.
That's an L for you guys. I can still go to a bar. I can go buy a
Donald
gun.
Trump was not
Oh,
as
18.
right wing as everybody claimed he was. He did a lot of things that
Well,
were
aren't there
not
like
freedom.
videos of him in the past saying that he would purposely run for president as a right wing because it's easier?
That was
I don't.
fake.
That was back then. It was easier. Nowadays, it is not easier to run as a
Yeah, that makes
Republican.
sense. Well, don't they like swap? Don't parties like slowly change? Because wasn't right
Yeah.
the left and vice versa at some point?
Yep.
It's-
You're talking about the parties
a hot topic.
which is an interesting debate, but most like real political
Discourse.
discourses will agree that it wasn't really a party switch as much as it was a party slight altering. Because the Democrats are definitely still the
Gotcha.
Democrat. However, the right wing used to be bigger government, and the Democrats used to be
Federalist,
smaller government, which is
loose
how that
construction.
used to work. However, back in the day, the Democrats, like let's say Thomas Jefferson was a Democrat, I believe.
He was
And he
definitely
was
something.
Alexander Hamilton was.
yeah,
Oh,
and they
it was
liked
defined.
big
It was de-
government.
Yeah, it was defined by loose construction and strict construction.
So it's
like,
not that Democrats were never big government. It's that the South was always small government. It's not who the political parties are. It's the region. The South had always been small government, and the North had always been bigger government. So it's just that the places where the political parties stayed switched, but the people's opinions on government did not.
what you're
So-
saying is Democrats are the good guys.
Democrats weren't the good guys.
Do you think they're? Do you think good guys even exist? Do you think that
No.
that's even a thing?
It's all.
that-
It's
I
all
think
about-
there
it's
are
all
better
about
guys.
anymore?
I really think there are better guys and there are worst guys. Like, I don't think good guys exist. I think there are just
Right? I don't think there's.
better.
I don't think there's a perfect good, right?
'Cause everyone-
they're
No,
Oh.
not at all.
They're
Everyone
both
hails
terrible.
Abraham Lincoln as literally the best thing since sliced bread, but he didn't actually want to end slavery. He was like, yeah, if I could do this without
No,
ending
he-
slavery, I definitely would.
He lobbied and talked to a lot of the senators to vote for the amendment.
Oh no, he wanted to end slavery like personally, but he didn't want to end slavery as president, which was kind of a mid take.
Did he? Wait, okay, that's weird.
Yeah, he believed in the
knew
rights
that-
of the
I knew
states,
that
I believe.
I knew that he didn't want equality. I know that.
Much like Abraham Lincoln, I believe heavily in states' rights. Now, if the states' rights of the South didn't devalue human rights, I would have agreed with the sedition. However, since their state rights completely invalidated African Americans' human rights, that's what made the South really bad.
Well, what you're forgetting is the Constitution.
Yeah, the
Constitution kind of
was kind of interesting back then, without all the other amendments.
Yeah, but you know what? I will give props to our founding fathers for making it so we can change that shit later on. You know, the fact that we have the ability to change our laws.
Which was incredibly short-sighted because Ronald Reagan took my ability to drink away.
Oh, is that an amendment or was
That's what
it
you
just a
care
law?
about.
The prohibition was an amendment.
Well, I mean, didn't
Yeah.
he? Is it the loophole that your parents can choose if you can drink or not, though?
You can drink privately,
Yeah.
but you just can't go out and drink, which is the only point of drinking, unless you're an alcoholic.
Or
So-
unless you have crazy ravers at your home.
Drinking is a social thing. So why in
Not me. I drink it. When
this
I'm depressed.
universe would I want to just drink? Yeah, so I have a hurricane, would you rather? Okay, would you
Okay.
rather the amount of hurricanes double, but the power halves? Or the power of hurricanes double, but only one makes landfall every 2 years?
I'd be
think
bored.
having
Okay,
it
yeah, but there are different classes of hurricanes. Like, what's the
thing.
average we're talking here?
The average doubles. So like a Cat 1 lands, it's like not even a hurricane, but if a Cat 5 lands, it's like a Cat 3. Almost.
So what you're saying?
then
So
doubles?
so if it doubles, what would it be then? Normal.
So there would be like Cat 10s landing every once in a while.
Oh,
Well, no. Think about it this way. That's doubling the number. Is a Cat 3 hurricane half the power
Okay,
of
so
a
a Cat 3
4?
is like 113 miles per hour. A Cat
Uh-huh.
5 is like 150 miles per hour.
So doubling the wind speed?
Yeah, so it'd be like 300 miles
That's
per hour.
fucked.
Yeah, I think just turn up the
Dude,
freaking.
that would break
Yeah.
that deforest an entire state.
That would kill a lot of people.
Yeah, I think that one was more cut and dry than the others.
Dude, they'd be throwing pine trees from fucking they'd be throwing redwoods from California all the way to Florida.
Yeah, maybe not the double the hurricanes one, but here's another one. Would you rather be poor in a capitalist republic, or I am, or be powerful in a socialist state?
Powerful, duh.
I want you to.
Yeah, but you have to live in a
explain
socialist state.
what like.
Yeah,
But if
eventually-
you're powerful, then it don't matter.
yeah, you'll be eating
Yeah,
good.
It does.
Unless you mean,
Well, that's
like,
what the
I
people
know-
in France thought before their head was on pikes. So I just,
Yeah,
I just
well,
want
that's
everyone
because
to
they
remember
weren't
that.
smart with their power. They were dumb with it.
Yeah, you know who else was smart with their power? Stalin. He did
I don't
real
know
well
about
for
that.
himself, didn't he?
He wasn't that. Yeah, I mean, he was. You just
Yeah,
gotta,
he
like,
was
put
what,
the- you gotta
Tickles?
put
He
the
was
little man
what?
down when they start peeping. On
This
you.
guy was about to say something good about Stalin.
Yeah, Tickles, you want to finish that sentence?
I will say that he had a nice little mustache.
But the
All
reason I stated this question was because thinking about it, I don't mean poor, like I'm homeless. I mean like lower
I
middle
mean-
class poor,
I mean, you're pretty
Oh.
poor.
Or making
or
ends meet.
You're-
higher ranked in a socialist
So
state. I don't
you're
mean like
saying
the
what I was
crime, the Kramer of the
So you're,
cropper
so you're
of the
saying
socialist state.
like
I mean like
going
higher
to the
up.
movie theater is your vacation every year?
No,
that
I
poor?
mean like you can go on a vacation once every couple of years
Oh, that's not poor then.
for a couple of days.
That's not poor.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. Poor
Vacations aren't that
dude,
expensive.
dude, that was when I was little, man.
I'm like, you can go to vacation for another state, but I don't mean fly to a beach.
Wait, so if you're poor in the
Still.
capitalist society, are you able to like build your way up, or you're stuck like that?
You can build your way up probably, but due to the way that the capitalist country works in this scenario, we're talking about modern. We'll take a place like modern America. Let's pretend you don't have any outright talents, and you live at home with your mom and dad, and they just both died.
Wow.
You're fucked.
Yep. But in this socialist state, let's make it what's a good socialist state? Let's make it the People's Republic of China. Let's make it that, which is almost capitalist, but not really a communist. It's not really a communist. It's not really. Yeah. So let's say you're like a higher up in China, but
Oh,
you're
heck
not
yeah.
so high up to where you can say something bad about the state, but you're high up enough to where you're not with the peons.
I'd be a bootlicker for money.
Oh,
Would you really?
interesting,
Yeah.
Josh. You don't like freedom.
Interesting.
I'll write that down.
Think about it. If you were paid $1 million a year to spread like propaganda about China, would you take it?
No,
That is a
Really?
lie. That is
I
the
don't-
biggest
no.
lie ever.
I would
all
not.
you have to do is propaganda. Then
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like read a script.
bro, I am so
Yeah,
If
not
I
doing
had to
that.
enforce it, then I don't know if I could.
I'm too
Yeah.
red-blooded American for that deal.
Yeah,
I'd
think
rather
about
die.
it this
You need to
way.
get
Think
paid.
about it this way. There's not a single thing saying that you can't revolt. You just
Yeah,
have
there
to
is.
keep
Move
spreading
to
the
another country.
propaganda.
You just won't get any more millions.
Uh-uh.
If they're paying you $1 million a year to spread propaganda, they are not going to let you flee. Are you kidding me? Like nobody gets paid $1 million a year. You'd be the
But
only one. You'd be the
wasn't it-
guy.
There was YouTubers they were paying to like make propaganda about China. Remember?
Yeah, they
There
were.
a lot of people who didn't who's
It was
the
something
you
Baker
can't
or
see
something.
me. You can't see me. the
John
wrestling-
Cena?
Yeah, John Cena. Doesn't he live
Yeah.
there now?
Bing chilling.
I have no idea.
Bing chilling, bing
But
chilling.
he was probably paid more than $1 million for
Oh, for sure.
propaganda.
Bro was wild then.
See,
Oh.
I would not
John
John
Just
Cena.
Cena.
off the
What do
head.
you think, Lazy, about money for propaganda?
Money for propaganda.
Actually, no. Let's not ask you. Let's go back to the original question. Poor in a lower middle class in a capitalist country, like really low middle class, like on the cusp of
All right,
poverty,
and if I would,
or
on the
kind of
cusp-
higher up in a socialist state.
Oh, okay. So like how like on the cusp, like I'm in like downtown Brooklyn.
On the cusp of poverty, you make a household income of like 30,000, 40,000 a year in a
God, that is
midwestern
terrible.
country.
Oh. Canada
it's
or,
like cheaper in
Canada
the
or
Western
America?
country.
Canada or America? That's the question.
America.
Oh. Oh. Okay. I think I'd take the other one. I don't think I want to be a lower. Yeah, I think I'd do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You
I think
hate
so.
the working class? Okay, well, that's good to know.
I don't hate the working class because I am the working class.
As
but,
for
like,
me, I think I actually have a passion for the working class, and I'm not a communist shill. So I just, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna
Yeah,
blame you guys. $1 million is a
literally-
lot.
you literally said that that I would be on the cusp of poverty compared to being communist for I'd be
Well,
a fucking
socialist.
commune.
Yeah, but you're not getting $1 million to spread propaganda. You're just like a little bit more higher up than
You're just not having to fight
Are
every
you a
day
bourgeois?
to keep your home.
you're kind of bourgeois.
Oh, so kind of like,
Take
oh no,
that.
absolutely. I'd be okay.
So I can have
Okay.
Does that mean I can afford a Supreme brick?
You could
Yes.
probably
What-
afford
Could I-
quite a
could
few
I-
spring
could I-
breaks.
Could I afford a
Oh,
plane
okay.
trip to Florida, Miami for trips that?
You could, but I
are
don't think the
very-
government would allow you because that's a capitalist pig place.
Oh.
You live in a socialist state. I'm sorry.
Is there a true socialist country?
Not yet. If AOC has her way. Which leads me into my next question. Now, you guys have to think about this real hard because it's very important.
All right, I'll think very
Would
hard.
you rather be
Oh.
paddle spanked like by Sarah Palin or by AOC?
AOC. Easy.
AOC.
Which one's hotter?
What you
AOC.
pull up a picture, Josh, in the video. Pull up side by side a picture of
You know,
Sarah
I realized
Palin.
something. I haven't been recording my desktop audio the entire time, so I've only recorded.
Wait,
my
who's the
own.
other one? AOC and who, Broface?
Sarah Palin.
Post a photo in the Discord, please.
How do you? Okay, let's get Sarah. Okay, you get Sarah
Oh,
Palin.
no,
I'll get AOC.
no, AOC, 100%. That is not even hard. Like what?
Are
That is
you not even hard?
absolutely.
So who's who?
That's AOC, and let's go
Uh-huh.
Sarah Palin.
Wait, I got a picture.
AOC's already winning. She's a pretty good looking lady.
I agree.
I don't
Man.
disagree.
Oh, but I don't know. She gives off that mommy.
I know. Does that right,
No,
man?
no,
Sarah
no,
Palin.
mommy.
No.
Sarah
No.
Palin is hot.
AOC, best girl.
AOC.
politics.
Hey, aside from Zero too, she's best girl.
But look
Dude, Sarah
about it.
Palin's hot.
To be fair, the bottom one, she's smiling and she looks happy. AOC looks like a bitch.
She
Well,
She
Matt
is.
looks
photo.
grumpy and mean.
She is.
You
The
picked
lady
a
on the
terrible
bottom
photo
looks
for her
nice.
though.
She's the worst. AOC.
Yeah, we said it was a terrible photo, but all of us said, damn, she looked nice.
But that's old Sarah Palin. I'm talking about like prime Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Look up young her then.
Let's look it up.
Show us the young
Let's
version.
see.
Dude, all I'm saying is Princess Diana wasn't that
Oh
bad.
my goodness. Look at her shoot a shotgun.
I don't know. She's got a pretty bad smile.
2008. We'll go 2008. That was like her career when she was running. Here we go. Let's get this picture.
Get this picture.
No.
I would certainly say AOC. I'm just
I
saying.
agree.
Here
Josh,
we go.
Josh understands what he's talking about.
I
I
don't know.
And
I understand.
The more I see photos of her, the more and more she looks like a gilf instead of a milf.
Yeah, she is a grandmother mother.
Oh no.
But AOC, I just have to think about all the terrible liberal agenda that
I
comes
agree
with
with
the
everything
spankings.
she says.
I'm sure you do after
You know
looking
what?
at her.
If you said
This guy's the
spank,
simp.
right?
Yeah, paddle
Yeah.
spanked.
Dude, I'm gonna say the lady on the bottom.
Sarah Palin looks like she gives a pretty
Yeah,
good paddle
dude,
spanking.
you telling me that you're not gonna want the,
Well, I don't
the
want
lady
the
with the
spank.
more miles?
Oh, you're getting a spank. You don't get to choose.
Wait, that's
I
it.
think-
That's
I
All right, we'll
know
go
how
one
to-
by one. Josh,
She
choose
knows how to
right now.
punish you,
Spanked.
okay?
Choose Josh and give your reason why.
Wait, what?
Choose who you get
AOC.
spanked by and why.
Because Sarah Palin is just old.
All right,
Not even,
Cole.
like the good kind of old.
Wait, what?
Cole, you tell me what would you do and why?
What AOC? Bro, what, AOC? Like-
would AOC or Sarah Palin and why?
Bro, I'm sorry,
you
I'm
were
just not
the
into that wrinkly old bag. All right.
Okay, this guy.
Sorry, can we go back to the way you said call? Like
Cole?
a
What's
fucking
your name,
Cole?
right?
call.
Cole?
Why did you say like? Why did you say like I have
Cole?
an A in my name? Call.
Shut up, that's my southern dialect. Tickles,
Kowalski.
pick one.
Kowalski. Kowalski? Is that your new name?
Pick one, Tickles.
I already said it. I want the old lady.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
I picked the old lady
Dude,
too. I feel like she'd
all
be
I'm
real
saying
tender
is
about
you're
it.
telling me that the old lady doesn't know how to give you more of a good time than the
No,
young
no,
blood?
absolutely
I'm saying
not.
that AOC has a bunch of pent up rage and would probably
Hey,
beat
all
me
I'm
after she
saying
learned
is
I'm
that-
like
all
right
I'm
leaning.
saying No. All I'm saying is that AOC probably hasn't, done the nasty as much as the other lady.
Well, it's
won't
only
I agree.
spanking. What do you?
I think she'd be better with it. I think she'd be gentler and like make it a fun time. I think AOC just has pent up rage from being trapped
She'll
in the
have
house.
What I
fun. She'll
like.
be like, "Ooh, this is exciting." Then she'll get like really into it, and then out of nowhere, the music starts playing, and I'm scared. And then like my pants are off, and it's been a week.
Uh-oh.
All right, next question. Would you rather have higher taxes but free healthcare like Canada, or no taxes but healthcare is entirely privatized?
Ooh,
Oof,
privatized.
That's a
though?
hot take.
That's
Yeah.
pretty easy for me.
Like
Is there
liberal?
a fixed
like-
rate or no?
No, yeah. So it would probably be like,
So one store could be
what's-
charging like.
hey, Josh, how much does
5,000
Medicare
for
take
someone?
from your paycheck?
I have no idea. 'cause
I
don't
think
pay
Medicare
taxes.
takes like 7%. So I'd say you get like 8% taxes and healthcare's free, or maybe 10%.
Is it
10%
I
free
think-
healthcare.
I think I can confidently say which one I'm picking, but
Okay, which one are you picking, Lazy?
well, I mean, I would definitely say that I would. I mean, I already live here, so I would say Canada.
How much is the tax? How much is the tax?
Yeah, what
Well, it
percentage?
depends on how much you're making.
Yeah, but how much is tax for like normal humans?
In my province, I normally see about 20% because I'm making.
Ah!
For medical? Or
20%?
No,
just
no,
overall?
not just medical.
Oh goodness! Oh thank
Hold
goodness!
Because like I'm not making more than $1 an hour.
Wait, is that on
I-
the low end?
That's on the lower
20%
end,
on the
yeah.
low end is kind of outrageous.
Well, that's because like if you're making like upwards of like $100,000 a year, you're paying a lot more.
Wow, tax bracket starts at 100,000.
Well, it depends. It kind of just depends because like Canada has it weird. I don't really pay too much attention to tax bracket quite yet because I'm not really making $100,000 a year.
Yeah, but here's the thing about privatized healthcare. If you get privatized healthcare, but the government still
You get
treats
better
it as
quality.
like a normal business that can't be monopolized, that means it'll be competition and lower prices to undercut competition.
I don't know.
So I'm thinking I would like to see what a healthcare completely privatized would look like. Of course,
I mean,
I
I
don't
would like
have a
to
lot of
see it,
healthcare. I don't use a lot of healthcare. I'm a healthy
see-
guy, and my dad was a combat medic. So when I was a kid, whenever we would hurt ourselves, he would just know what to do. So we didn't really need a doctor.
Okay,
most of the
that's
time.
different. That's a very specific scenario for very few.
Yeah, that is very.
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is I don't have a whole lot of input on this in particular, but I would like to see what a privatized healthcare looked like.
It'd be a good simulation testing.
It would be interesting to watch everyone else suffer while I reap the
the
gains. The tax, if you have to pay for it? Let's say it's like 10% tax on your paycheck every year.
And
I'd
you
write it
have
off.
to pay for medical.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh,
Because I'd say it's more than Canada's, because I say America's bigger and you have to like use your tax dollars to pay for other people's medical expenses.
Wait.
So that's why you'd have to charge more for free healthcare in America.
Yeah.
So I'd say the higher tax and the tax bracket gets outrageous, I'd assume.
you know what?
Not too. There isn't. I don't know how to.
I'd say the 20% tax. And
Really?
and the reason why is in Colorado we have sugar taxes and shit, which is like a 6%, like 12% tax. It's pretty. So we have to pay taxes on the sugar on top of the already enforced tax.
Trust.
Didn't
me,
we go to
they
war
have
over
that here.
something like that?
Yeah.
That's
We
so
did, but-
lame, bro. Need
but
another
it's
revolution.
for health reasons.
Yeah, it's like.
Well,
for
I don't
soda,
eat
they
sugar,
tax
so anymore.
I know,
I'm
but-
actually evolved, higher life form than you guys.
Man stopped
Everything has
trusting,
sugar.
and now man's relieved himself from the coils of the hub, and now
I am
he's
better.
healthy.
I'm better. I'm smarter. I'm better.
This guy thinks he's.
Okay, so Josh, what would you rather? Higher taxes
Here's
or free privatized healthcare?
it. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence because if you privatize it, then what can
They
happen
can
is
charge whatever.
Rockefeller
Yeah,
prices.
you could. Well, I mean, is there regulation on it, or is it
I would
just-
assume
That's
it
what
has
I
the
asked, and
regulation
he
that
said
the
no.
normal Americans have, so big pharma might buy up most of it.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe healthcare for all. I'm gonna say
See, can I propose a third option? Why don't we like just make it so that medical is like a government civil servant or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm making these
then we-
because they're bad. Then you have
Oh.
to pick one.
But why can't we make it good? You know? Why do we
Yeah,
have to-
that's
why do
the
we have
that's
to
the
live
point.
off
We
of
would
that?
that's the
no,
dilemma.
that's the dilemma. If I just said, "Hey, let's make the best healthcare system," it wouldn't be a would you rather. It would be a
That's
I would
true.
rather.
Well,
So,
you know what? I think you should take into account that your would you rather is so saddening that I want to make the world better. So I think
Good.
thank you, Broface, for
I
opening
helped.
my eyes.
finally, sugar tax needs to go. What the heck is a sugar tax,
Dude,
bro?
you should look it up. I'm busy doing something.
The FDA literally chalks our foods full of so much sugar you could kill a horse, and then like gives
Yeah,
us
so
tons of
basically they're upping
diseases,
the
and then makes us
prices
pay
and
for it.
everything.
Yeah.
They get us big sugar gets us addicted, and
Don't
then
they
the
put
government
sugar
makes us
in our
pay for it.
medicine?
They
too?
they put sugar in everything, bro. Like find
Even
something
salty
without
foods.
sugar.
Dude, like, oh, you needed a cough drop? Okay, here's this sweetened liquid that's definitely not gonna make your throat get more mucusy. Oh, let's not even get started on the chapstick that makes it so that your lips feel dry. So
I
that
have-
you
or
find
or
more and more
Dasani.
chapstick.
It makes you feel
Dasani.
more thirsty.
Yeah, they put
Oh,
salt
yeah.
in their drinks. Yeah.
Well, it's not bad to put salt in your drinks because you do need salt.
No, they put a lot of
No, but
salt.
they
They
in
put
make
too
it
much
so
salt,
you're more
probably.
like it doesn't
Make it
quench
so
your
that
thirst.
you dehydrate.
Yeah.
You get more dehydrated.
You get slightly
the
more
you-
thirsty than
yeah.
when you actually, yeah.
Okay, so Lazy chooses Canada. Josh chooses
I chose
Medicare.
Canada as well because I'm
Pickles
already
choose
in
Medicare.
it. But no, I chose Canada.
Okay, so
I
I
chose
choose
I chose
privatized
healthcare.
healthcare because I think it would be far more interesting to see how that would work.
See, I
The
chose-
reason why I picked Canada, aside from the fact that I already live here, is for people that like have their own businesses. They can't really just like, what's the word? Like they can't get their Medicare supported by their business, or they can't get it already paid for by their jobs. So the people that have to have their own businesses and their own jobs, like what me and my parents have, all the medical bills you have to deal with, and if you get hurt doing your job, like physical labor, it's gonna fuck you over,
Yeah,
especially if you get injured.
especially if you work concrete or construction. Okay, so I would choose chaos and see what happens.
Chaos?
Live in a world. Would you rather live in a world where white liberal women run everything, or
Ooh.
die a gruesome, painful death?
Oh no! So it's either die.
When do I die?
No, you
Right
instantly as soon as you choose, it's gruesome,
How do you
painful, and
die?
it lasts for about a day.
A
Wait,
day?
grind
Yeah.
It's like, so you know how
Oh,
Thanos like
dying?
snapped? Like say at the bottom of your feet, you just start flaking into nothingness, and it feels like you're being ripped
You know
apart.
what? I'd want to change my mind after I felt the pain, but die.
Yeah, me too.
And then
Wait, how-
everybody's like, "Oh, see, look at these fucking white men not wanting to deal with this. Oh my goodness."
We can leave them on the road to try with
How
the
long
Bowman
is
or
their
babies.
rule?
There's a reason guys don't like when their woman
Josh.
keeps
There is no end to the rule.
Oh.
It's just until you die, you either live a slow, painful death, or you die a slow, painful death.
I think
True.
I'll choose I live, and then I start a revolution.
Oh.
Oh.
But they're women, they don't fight, they just smother you with their bad ideals, and you
Dude.
die
Oh,
from
I
terrible
with
information.
something else. That's for sure.
Broface, what's worse? Getting punched in the face every day for the rest of your life, or having to listen to someone nag for 2 hours every day?
Listen to someone nag for 2 hours every day. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I hop on the Discord and I
Oh my goodness.
I'm kidding.
I think that,
That
that
is
means
true.
that you like it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing to add to it. If you go to if you're a man in this world with liberal women, since they are smart enough at least to know that bone marrow babies won't work, you go to the milking chambers. And you're a prisoner and you must provide children for their regime.
It's a bit
For
sussy.
the receipt. No, that's not sussy. You're just helping you're just doing the greater good.
And like reverse China, if it's a boy, they send it to the future milking prospect. And if it's a woman,
Send it to a camp.
if it's a woman, she can lead. So, I mean,
It'd be another interesting simulation.
another interesting
Simulation.
simulation. They made a movie about that.
Is it called
called?
work massage?
I don't remember what the movie's called. I just know that there's a movie about that. All right, I'm all out of would you rathers. So, would you rather have to play a 2v2 pro game with yourself and Tickles or yourself and Lazy?
Wait,
So
they're on
two
my
of
team?
me-
Yeah. No, you me and this
Yeah.
is for Josh only.
Oh,
So, would you rather
Oh.
play a competitive game online, like
What kind of
for
game?
for death, life and death
oh God.
on
And they're
the
on my
line,
team.
and it's a game you hate, like Counter Strike.
No, we go.
They're the same skill level, but you have to listen to them talk while you're playing. So it's either Tickles or Lazy.
Tickle doesn't really talk when we're playing CSGO, so I'll pick Tickles.
Okay, but they're at their worst states. So Tickles in a singing state,
No,
and
I'm
and
singing,
Lazy, Lazy's
Or
in his
Lazy.
Lazy's in his
So
rage state.
I'm not on my meds, and Lazy's let it.
Yeah, you're singing really weird parodies, and Lazy is just going, "Dude, I'm Canadian."
Like saying walking over hot coals slowly,
Doing a boot
or
angle,
walking over
Larry.
broken glass.
Dad,
It's a
I'm so
losing
stupid. You need to
situation.
do something.
Blow my whale whistle.
my whale.
Like that's lady.
I'll take the latter. Bomb Lithuania.
Bomb Lithuania. That gets us into our next segment. Would you rather bomb Lithuania or not bomb Lithuania?
Bomb Lithuania.
I'm out of would you
What do
rather's.
we get out of bombing Lithuania?
What
Nothing.
don't you get out of
Well,
that?
Lithuania isn't there anymore.
Wait, it's a NATO state, so it'd basically cause World War III.
Would you rather disband NATO or run NATO?
Oh, run NATO, duh.
I'd bomb Lithuania because I think there should only be one Axis power that owns the entire world.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's socialist.
One or three. One or three.
Note everybody in the comments that he said Axis power, not power. He said Axis power.
Isn't it
Slip of
the
the
same
tongue.
thing?
No.
Sure.
Oh. What's
Yeah,
the
Axis power is closer to white power.
Oh, then no. Not that one. I will
Okay.
Are you sure, Tickles? You sure?
Not white power, but I will say that I would prioritize
Sand
making
power,
good
like from the
babies
movie
that
Dune?
have the best stuff. Like if I had my way and I was an evil scientist, I'd take the fact that people with more melanin in their skin are more resistant to the sun, right? So I'd take that and then I'd like just pick and choose like all the best features of different groups of people in the world and then like make the super baby.
So, like, that's interesting. You sound a lot like Nazi scientists, and
Oh,
you
no,
said
like-
Axis
like-
power run the world. So I feel
okay,
like it's
okay,
just the
this is
Nazi.
already bad.
Like
Don't
a
even point out
specific
the,
race.
don't point out my ancestry thingy either. Okay?
And he's German, so
Majority of
Hey, I'm
Americans are
Polish
German.
too.
yeah. So the
And
people
Russian.
got taken over by
Auschwitz is in
Germany.
Poland.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm Russian, like.
So the people who are about to be the Axis powers.
Oh no, this was bad. I was just. I
Yeah.
don't
So
think
we're
I can
at
save myself.
58 minutes, Josh. Do you have any other segments?
We could talk about Joe Biden's 60-minute interview and maybe give it a watch.
I did watch all 60 minutes of it.
Well, we can do clips. I don't know if we'd probably get copyright striked for.
Really?
Is the
Watch it
president
go.
copyright?
That is
Dude,
true. Works the
man's
government on
having
public
trouble
domain.
even walking. Okay, the poor guy just like.
Let's watch some
so
of that
everyone,
then.
so
Yeah, if we
everyone's
commentate
aware-
over it, it should be
Okay, okay.
fine.
I'm gonna let the audience know the
Sarah
reason I
Palin.
voted for him because I voted for
Oh.
him so that he just it was just like it was a lose voting this time for me
Oh,
personally.
sure.
That's
So-
what
so
Hassan
I-
Parker would say.
Man, so
Hiker.
I voted for Biden so that you know
You can get some sweet pussy
he
from those liberals with
he
it
was
then.
more likely to die in office. So
How would that be beneficial for the country?
I don't know. I feel like that vice lady thingy, whatever it is it even if it is
The
a lady?
principal.
Whatever her agenda is, I don't care. I feel like she'd probably be one of the better female presidents, at least to push their agenda.
I wanted Hillary Clinton to be our female president.
Did you?
No. I
I
was in. I remember.
Really? You
I remember
love people?
vividly when on election night when Donald Trump won. I was on Counter Strike, and I was having a debate about why Hillary Clinton would have been the worst president in the universe of all time. she would have started World War III and been laughing about
I
it.
think the worst part about the last 2 elections is the fact that we're all we're fighting against ourselves in our fucking country
Yeah, it's a lose
over it.
lose.
It's fucking stupid as shit. And it doesn't help
Yeah.
either because it's the only people that are doing it aren't the smart people. The people that are fighting over it right now are the dumbasses and the other dumbasses. And it's not gonna do anything beneficial for us. It's just a bunch of grumpy fucking people. It's just like I don't know. It's the East and the West fighting it out right now, basically.
I have a good discussion to talk about. Who would you want to be the first female president?
Who would I want to be the first female president aside from Amy
Ryan-
Schumer?
Ryan Reynolds.
What the heck?
I would not call that a female.
Look, I don't want to sound sexist, but the question isn't. Okay, so would I want a female president in specific,
Who
or would
you
I
want?
want a president in general? I don't know a lot of qualified women presidents, and I don't know a lot of qualified
any
men
woman.
presidents. Really,
I don't know.
Let's see.
Maybe a celebrity.
The
some- a
okay boomer
politician.
woman.
She's not even like
Dude,
eligible
no,
to run.
dude. Wait, Broface, didn't she vote for Biden?
I don't care.
Bernie, dude.
You had like a 50-50 shot. Half of the population voted for Biden.
That's true. More than half because he won.
No, less than half the population voted for him. The other people who
Oh, but
voted
then
for
it
him
was
were in the
the
vans at
Electoral
3
college.
a.m. in Wisconsin.
Alleged.
Allegedly, the vans at 3 a.m. that we saw unloading ballots. Allegedly.
That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
You're
the
crazy.
I'm great. Yeah,
Maybe they're
allegedly.
just dropping them off, you know? Like,
Yeah, maybe they were dropping them off. The problem was they weren't supposed
dropping them
to.
off at the counters, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
You
The
know what
counters that they rigged.
the real election fraud is Jerry.
I will be honest. I'm surprised Biden won, even though I voted for him.
I was
am
surprised too when I saw Trump winning, and I went
Dude,
to sleep and I woke up.
I thought he was gonna have like a
I saw him.
70% lead or something.
Yeah, I thought Trump was gonna win again because I mean he wasn't too
He did have
bad
a
in 4 years.
decent lead.
Wasn't too
but
bad.
I don't. Have we ever had a good president?
What?
Abraham Lincoln.
John F. Kennedy
mean-
was really good.
Yeah, that's true.
was
JFK
open-minded.
was good.
Yeah, he was open-minded.
That's not okay.
Teddy Roosevelt was good. Have you noticed that every good president has been shot?
He's
Theodore
dead.
Roosevelt was shot.
They're dead.
George
Theodore
Bush.
Roosevelt, JFK was shot. Abraham Lincoln was shot. Like, so all the good presidents just
Reagan
got
was
shot.
I would
Okay,
just call him a good
three out of four good presidents were
Yeah,
shot.
a 75%
Dude,
ratio.
there are people on the right who will praise Ronald Reagan, and I'll be like, all he did for me was make rich people richer and make me unable to drink until I'm 21. Like, at what point am I gonna say
And
thank you,
triple the
Reagan?
national debt.
Triple the national debt.
Hey, Broface, what's your
Yeah.
thoughts on a Michelle Obama becoming the female?
That would be
She was
interesting.
president. She had Barack by the
That is
balls,
true.
and you know it.
She did. Why was her?
She ruined
wife,
school lunches
You
against
don't
Barack's
know
will.
school lunches.
Everyone hates that.
I saw school lunches. I didn't want to eat them.
That's true, dude.
It's like
we
prison
had
food.
we had pizza and everything, and then it got changed to half-eaten apples.
And the kids got more unhealthy. How did it
They
happen?
did. Why do you think there's diabeto now?
I think I know why it is. It's because they had good food, like actual food in schools. And when you eat actual food, you're full. You're full for longer. But when you eat garbage food that tastes like plastic, you resort to eating like a bunch of snacks to fill the gap. And what are they
Yes.
made of? Carbohydrates. And carbohydrates, what do? They make you more hungry. So you just keep eating.
Yeah, Michelle Obama banned what's it called? Snacks for schools and vending machines. So it's illegal to have a vending machine at schools.
Wait, did she really? Because my high school still had one.
But it's they had to follow certain criteria. Like the food
Dude,
has
that
to
thing
have a
was just
certain amount of
filled with-
fiber, a certain
That
amount
shit
of
was just
vitamins.
filled with candy, dude.
Fiber,
Wow.
the essential nutrient.
Well, I mean, it had
But
to smell
Colorado is pretty leftist, but
Are you gonna
but
pull up that Joe Biden or?
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea to
Colorado's
watch
pretty leftist, right? But I will say
because
that
it might get copyright striked.
They aren't
Okay, how about
very
this?
nice to people. of
We'll
different
end the
colors.
podcast here, and then we'll keep recording, and we'll watch the Joe Biden. And if it gets struck, we'll just delete the segment that has
Yeah,
the
we
Joe
can
Biden.
cut it out. Yeah.
Okay, so that was it for the political discourse. Thank you to
Allegedly.
our special guest.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, thank you to our special guests, Tickles and Lazy Boy, the Canadian
Whoa.
that the filthy country's getting destroyed by an act of the heavens right now.
An act of the
Okay.
heavens.
The
That's how you
Atlantic
describe
is
it.
taking its revenge
know,
against the
you-
worst
you want-
country in North America.
I don't know, bro. Face. There are other countries in North America.
Literally, the one below us is like 8 times better than you, and Mexico
oh yeah, why
knows
is
it
that?
because they give us drugs and we
Rico?
love them.
They do
That
give you
isn't
drugs.
Rod.
Mexico supplies most of our drugs, and we love them for it. We love the cartel. You want to know why we don't do anything about it? Because we love the drugs. That's it.
Ronald
It's
Reagan.
true.
Big Pharma wants you
Crack
hooked.
epidemic.
It all comes back to Big Pharma, baby. Big Pharma wants you hooked on opioids and heroin so that they can sell you chemicals and drugs that are made of the exact same stuff to scratch that itch. And you'll just keep buying from Big Pharma. You'll keep buying and you can't stop. Big
Bro,
Sugar?
this-
Big Sugar's in on it too.
That's going
Big
on
Sugar
too.
wants
Guys,
you
all I'm
poisoned.
thinking about
Cut
right
the
now
podcast
is
now. Cut
a
it, cut
Rick- Dude, I'm thinking
Stop
about
it.
Rick and
Stop
Big
it.
Sugar.
It's all sham.
Big Sugar and big carbohydrates. Big
They paid him
carbohydrates
off.
will sell you
They paid him
potatoes from Idaho.
Kill 'em,
They're
kill
not
'em.
Idaho potatoes.
FBI,
They're
go
just
in on 'em right
they're
now.
starch bombs.
going now.
Yeah, get him now. Get him now.
Yeah,
He's
just cut it.
exposing
Just
what we
cut
are.
it in the middle of that, and then we'll
Yeah.
start this. We'll start our Patreon segment.
That's funny.
Now it's the Joe Biden segment.
Big sugar, big carbohydrates. I do think there's a conspiracy to get people hooked on sugar. Oh, because
Right.
why else would they put it in literally everything when it doesn't help
It was
anything?
illegal in some states. I think.
You know what else was illegal in America? Christmas. Christmas was illegal to be celebrated in America.
Was it really?
It was back in the day. Back the Puritans when they came over. They hated it.
That's nutty.
They were like
Wait, don't
old
you
Roman
agree-
holidays.
You
Gross.
disagree with Christmas? You say it's a
I
pagan
do.
holiday.
I do.
Oh my goodness.
Emperor Constantine. He's like, yeah, let's just mix the birth of Christ with a little bit of Sol Invictus, a little bit
What
of Day of the
about-
Sun, and wrap it
what's
up, and then the
worse?
pagans will eat it up.
What's worse? Christmas, right?
Yes.
No.
No,
What's that?
I'm saying yeah. I'm agreeing. Go on.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Christmas or Easter,
Easter.
Better.
right?
Because the point of Jesus' entire existence was the death that gave us freedom, and not the resurrection part.
Oh, what?
And
what
then
about
it
the
takes
whole,
the Passover thing, throws
Easter
it away,
bunny?
and then wraps up Easter.
Tickles, you can't argue with this guy. This guy's read this thing front to cover and then
What's
backwards and brought it to bed
what's
to have sex.
what's the point of
No,
Easter?
I know. Exactly. That's what I was pointing out. The fact that like Christmas still kind of has the same thing, but
Christmas
instead
slaps.
it's completely forgot about
Like-
the
Christmas
whole.
does slap, especially when I
No,
slap
no,
people around
it's
on
just
Christmas.
that we forgot about the whole fact that Saint Nick was giving shit to the poor, and we don't do that anymore.
Of course not. We do it once a year. Churches. I saw a church. So I was at a
Okay,
church,
churches
and they
sometimes
give
do. I know
they
my
give
church
toys out
does
once a
sometimes.
year. I'm like,
My
all the
church
money
didn't
you
do
are
that.
making, you can afford to give children toys more than once a year.
I don't remember what
Inflation.
it was, but I remember the church that my grandpa helped run. I think they.
The clan.
No,
No,
hey,
not the
don't say
clan.
that. The
Not the clan.
is his
See,
name.
where do you think his father got it from, bro face?
Oh, I
No,
forgot
no,
we were
no,
still
it's
recording.
my-
I
it
was
was on my
alluding to his
mom's
ancient
side.
heritage.
It was on my mom's side.
Colorado is a terrible state. We need to delete it. It's a square.
Delete it.
It's like Tetris.
Isn't that where all our Air Force bases are?
So the Air Force is the most mid branch. It's right up there with.
It's what lets us drop those bombs, though.
No,
Yeah,
it's
the
the Navy
nukes.
that lets us drop the bombs.
No.
The Navy literally
Oh,
has its own
Japan.
Air Force.
The
Does it
Navy
really?
has
No
the
way,
second
really?
biggest air force in the world.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
know-
funny?
Our Navy has it. Is
Yeah.
our Air
The
Force
aircraft
the
carriers
biggest?
are part of the Navy.
Is our Air Force the biggest, and then our Navy's Air Force the second
Yeah,
biggest?
It's
That's
Yeah.
fucked.
yeah. We're just that powerful.
Coca-Cola has one of the biggest navies. No, Pepsi has one of the biggest navies in the
It
world, which
did.
is funny.
Didn't they buy it?
They
Yeah.
sold it. They
did?
scrapped the submarines and sold it for scrap metal.
Who did they buy it from?
Russia or the USSR.
The Air Force biggest thing isn't
went-
actually planes. It's actually like the the rich bourgeoisie jobs like intelligence.
They wanted
And drone
Pepsi so
strikes.
much that they signed
Was
a
it Pepsi
deal
or
with the
Coca-Cola?
sick
I think it's Pepsi.
American scum.
Yeah,
That's the greatest Russian
literally-
accent I've ever heard.
Hey, all I'm saying is I'm taking notes from Red Alert. American scum.
Red alert!
Red alert, American scum.
Yeah, I love Russia.
I do like some American
I'm a
scum.
Russian shill. If it was like live in
American what?
Russia and shill their
Wait,
propaganda,
wait, I don't think I heard scum the first time.
I'm gonna scum
Whoa.
all
Why are we
over
gonna
the
watch
place.
this Joseph Biden?
We are.
movie,
You haven't
or-
played it yet.
Oh,
Also,
I was
it
waiting
should
for you
be
guys to stop talking.
sister.
Give what?
I'm so much
I
more.
don't know. I think Biden. Yeah. He was also talking about the whole. Yeah, we had to send a representative to go and say that our president does not want to go and fight back against the stuff happening in Taiwan. You know, it's just like
Yeah,
the fact that they had to add that into the interview is saying no, the president's wrong.
he was wrong. He lied. They don't care about Taiwan.
Yeah, I mean that just means that they don't want to do it, and the president does.
Look, as much as I love defending freedom of other countries, at the end of the day, if Taiwan was taken over, that would be like, I'd be like, oh no, anyways, and I'd
We
return to
rely too
whatever I
much
was
on
doing.
Taiwan.
Yeah.
Does Taiwan have anything for them to gain about it, or is it just suppression right now?
They want more, and that's not a bad thing too much, but when they want too much more, it becomes bad.
And it's China, right?
Yo, China loves more.
China does love more. They have too many people.
Africa.
They love the Americans to be more fat because they just stuff sugar in everything they give us.
fentanyl.
They want us to be more poisoned because they give us toxic, cheap plastics.
Yeah, weren't they also the ones leading the lead painting shit?
Yeah, you ever notice what water comes in? Bottles? You know, the bottled water? You know
Yeah,
where those
the
bottles come from?
plastics.
Yeah, you know what?
EPA.
Did you know that there is
plastic.
plastic is in every single piece of food now?
Chicken
Every single
McNuggets.
one.
Yeah, microplastics.
Yeah, the microplastics are now in every single piece of food. We are eating plastic
Well, every single
every
not
day.
fresh farm source
No, it is.
grass-fed meat.
It's spread so far. It's in everything. I guess if
In our
it's like
blood,
on its own
literally.
farm and it's off located, I don't know. Like it's in our blood. It's in between our muscle fibers. In some cases, it's everywhere.
If you buy locally, you probably won't get as much plastic in you.
Not
so
as
you might
much,
live
yeah,
longer.
but it still is there.
It's in the
It's just-
water. It's
But the microplastic is horrifying. Like,
Yeah.
How
The
much
heck?
more? Can you look up real quick how much more lead we're dealing with than our ancestors? I think it was more than like 1,000%. Think about that. If we never dealt with the lead, how much better we would be.
Is there a chart, maybe?
oh, they drank way more lead. Well, they didn't have G Fuel either, so. That's a funny G Fuel joke.
Yeah.
I'm really worried about the microplastic. I'm not worried about the microplastics, but I am kind of off put by the
What could we
microplastics.
do?
Not much anymore. What
It's-
could we have done?
It's too late. Pandora's box is open.
What great society we live in these days. Can we just return to Bunky?
Yeah. Are you a primitivist?
Can we just go back?
Ready for space, dude.
I know we died from disease, but that's just a circle of life, baby. Let's go back to
It's
where we
just
have
natural
plastic in our
selection.
nuggets.
Nah, I'm ready for space. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
me too.
We'll bring the plastic with us to Mars, and you know it.
We need to colonize the
I
moon
don't care,
first.
dude. If they make
The
that,
place with no atmosphere.
if they make that
A rock.
helical engine and they make it better, then we are colonizing our entire solar system instantly.
Yeah, well, you know, the one planet that we can colonize.
That's true. We can colonize.
I don't
Mars
see any
and
one of us
space is-
colonizing Mercury or Venus or
Venus
anything.
is more closer to Earth, though, gravity-wise.
Yeah, but you know, volcano-wise, it's much closer to death.
It literally rains rocks.
Fucking Jesus, dude. I don't know, like, ugh, it's. I don't know, dude.
I
All
think
I'm
what we
saying
need to
is-
do is nuclear rockets.
Dude, that's kind of what it is. It's the helical engine would be. I think it's powered by one of those. What's the
'Cause-
thingy where they basically split atoms or they make
Fusion,
yeah, it's basically a fusion reactor. Or wait, what is it? No, they have one in the. They have one in.
fission,
is
or
it called?
fusion. I don't know.
What powers the helical?
Because the weight to power we have now with regular jet fuel is just not sustainable. Like, to deliver heavy payloads, you need a lot of power. Fight gravity.
The helical engine's been a thought since 2019, and they finally they made a thing that would work. They just have to build it. But I don't remember what it was powered by.
Yeah, I don't think Jupiter is going to be colonized anytime soon.
But if they do make that helical engine, you want to know how it's less than 10 seconds to go to the moon.
Yeah,
You know how
Jupiter doesn't even look. It's just a gaseous.
Yeah,
And
there's
it's
no
less
solid
than,
ground.
I think it's less than 4 minutes for.
You know, was it Einstein said we can't travel the speed of light? So what if we travel 99% the speed of light?
Well, I think we die. I think our bodies.
What
are
did Einstein know about the speed of light? He never traveled that fast. How would he know?
Yeah. So
He's dead.
Which
they
is
kinda-
funny because Einstein doesn't actually know what happens when we get close to the speed of light. Physics might react differently when you go that fast, so you might actually be able to travel the speed of light.
Well, how they think that you need to have no mass in order to travel the speed of light, right? And that they think time doesn't exist when that happens,
Yeah.
right? But then that means that technically your light just kind of means that your light bulbs are always time traveling.
I think it's
Right?
really funny because with quantum physics
Okay.
being studied, we just learned that we don't know anything about what we said we did.
Yeah.
So we've never gone anywhere close to as fast to know if we can or cannot travel that fast. Or even what would happen
Well,
if we
the
traveled
helical
half that
engine is-
fast.
Factor
if
cap.
they make the helical engine, that's the fastest a human will have ever gone.
Like, we don't even know how fast
just
matter
pass
can
out.
travel that isn't like light.
Yeah. Well, what I was thinking about is how they say, like, if you go light speed, you'd basically be time warping. Like, everything would be moving around you super slowly or super fast or something, and you'd kind of just be at a standstill. But what I thought about is, like, if that's the case, does that mean that if you go like the complete polar opposite of that, would you be going backwards in time?
I put a lot of function and thought into this. I don't think time actually exists. I think it's just
Really?
like an observation of matter and how fast it travels.
There's actually an experiment that they did is someone on Earth has a stopwatch synced with someone in a jet, and the jet's clock will be ahead of the person on Earth. Because
Yeah.
the faster you move, the faster time is.
Which is interesting because I thought about that because I heard about that. But I was thinking, what if it's just instead of time going faster in quotation marks, what if the molecules are just moving faster so the function goes faster of the object?
That's
I don't
true.
know. If that
But
works like that.
it doesn't though, because they've proven that the faster you move, the less you age, or the
Yeah.
slower you age. It's actually the exact opposite.
So
which
would
is
it be
weird which is weird for the stopwatch to be speeding up?
because I don't think there's a timeline, honestly, because I don't think you could go back in time because where
Yeah,
would
you
you
can only go
where would you
forward.
go? I don't think you can go forward in time either because you wouldn't be going forward in time.
The only way
You
to
would just
go
be
forward,
perceiving time faster, and then
the
everything
only
else
way
would go
to
normally.
The only way to go forward in time is to, like, I guess, pause your brain functions. You know,
Because time
Cryogenic
doesn't go
frozen.
anywhere. It's
right? Like,
because
you'd
if you
have to
think
be-
about it, people just get old and then they die and then they go into the
Gr-
ground and then people
Gravity
like, walk.
also makes you age faster.
Yeah.
So I think the perception of time has been skewed due to things like Back to the Future, like it's a timeline. Time is just how we perceive how the world works. Time isn't like a line that you can go back and forward on. Things just happen, and then we use time to like view the things that happen in relative That's how we keep track of the things that happen and the effects of the universe. It's not really a thing that has much bearing.
So does the fourth dimension exist?
I'm not sure
Well,
how
I think-
much the fourth dimension
I
exists.
think multiple dimensions probably are a thing.
I don't know if multiple universes
Didn't
are
they?
a thing.
Didn't they prove that there are multiple dimensions? I thought they did.
There's literally no universe
We
where you
can't
can prove
prove
that.
it because we can't even perceive it. We can't even. It's like
No,
beyond our
No,
comprehension.
not like the fourth dimension since we're in a 3D dimension. I'm talking about I guess that timeline you kicked a rock and this timeline you didn't. I
Yeah,
think
like
that's what we're
parallel
talking about.
universes?
Yeah, the parallel universes. I think they proved it.
I don't think
Well, if
you
the
could
universe
prove
is
that.
infinite,
Hold on, let me check.
anything's possible. That's just my take.
Is the universe infinite, or can we just not see the edge?
Well, they just proved that the Big Bang didn't happen, so.
No. It's a theory,
So
anyways.
there is on Forbes. It says that we found evidence for a parallel universe.
Like,
It's probably like so far away we'd never be able to reach
and
it.
even if it is a parallel universe, it's not a parallel universe. It's just a different part of our universe. What if universe just gets copied over and over and over again, and it like spreads?
There is a theory like that.
That's literally just an SCP,
It's like the bubble theory or something they call it.
which is really
I
interesting.
don't know. That was in 2022, and then they're saying there is no proof, and now they're saying there is. I don't know. I think it's probably just like the scientists.
I don't think you could prove evidence of another dimension, and I don't even think if there was another dimension, it would impact us very much because we still have to live in this one.
Not
The game
technically.
makers are in the fourth dimension.
Well,
Like,
simulation.
if there are multiple universes, that means there is something that created them, because multiple universes don't just create themselves. So that means we're under the influence of something.
God is
yeah,
the
well,
game
that's-
maker.
Well, that's what I think of. Like, well, then you got to think about it that way. If God made us, right, and we're making AI, right? What made
Yes.
God's AI, and what made that guy's AI?
That's the theory with the
I
simulation.
honestly don't think we're intelligent enough to think of that far ahead.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
It's so far into the unknown.
We haven't figured out scientifically
The ocean.
what made it. So it's not even a question to what made us if we can't even fully comprehend what made us. Because I am fully convinced that something made us. And even if you don't believe in my God, it's really interesting to believe that everything just made itself.
Well,
It's
I
really
don't-
hard to come to that
I
conclusion.
don't think I do. I don't believe that, or I guess there could be something that made everything right, but that doesn't mean I believe in them. It means that they could exist, but that does not mean that I follow. I'm not gonna just follow them just because they exist. That's
Because
like me
everything
saying-
that has been made in this world is made by us. So it wouldn't
Yeah.
be too much of a jumping conclusion to think that we were made by something else.
Well,
But the
I'm
weird
one
question
of
is,
those-
where did it start? Because even the Big
Right,
Bang, it's
exactly.
like everything came into like compressed and exploded. I'm
Yeah.
like, but what was there before
Yeah.
the Big Bang? How did that
Exactly,
stuff
exactly.
You
get
can't
there?
make matter out of nothing.
Like something had to have
Well,
made
they
it
think
at some point.
How me and my other sciencey buddies talk about it. What we think it is we think that the whole thing is that. Hold on, my brain's breaking because I'm killing a boss in a video game. We think it is like the complete absence of matter in himself implodes in itself and then produces matter.
That is
The
so
dark matter.
interesting that I don't even know if that's something that could happen.
I don't think
Right?
we'll
That
ever
seems
know.
contradictory.
But I don't think we can have the absence of matter, right? Because we're such a new, like, I guess, civilization to the point that we're still finding out stuff about matter.
I enjoy the thought that somebody somewhere knew and then died and didn't tell anyone.
Dude, honestly, you can think about it like that. Yeah, it's freaky if you look at it like that, because it could have happened. Like, they could have known everything and then just dropped. Well, why do you think they're burning books in every single fucking war? Every war that's ever raged
I think the
out, they've been
Library of
going all over.
Alexandria being burnt was a big L.
Probably, yeah. You know what? So they think they found Atlantis, right?
Oh.
And in the soil tests, they're finding rust, lots of rust, more than it's supposed to in that area. So they're thinking that they had buildings made of metal with metal.
Bioshock Infinite.
Dude, maybe, man. I don't know. But you got to think about that. Rust decays so fucking quick. There could have been buildings made with metal and shit, and they're just gone.
What if they invented steel before us? Wait, hello?
I'm listening.
Oh.
I was taking a think.
What?
I don't know,
Everyone just stopped talking.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
It's
stared
because
at
it's
me.
such a very in-depth think.
Well, what I think's dumb is how people think that aliens made the pyramids and shit when there's
Oh,
people on YouTube in their backyards doing the same fucking shit with pulleys and levers.
Yeah, you just scale it up.
It's like, no, they're
Slaves
doing
built the
exact same
pyramids.
shit.
That's the Jews who built the pyramids.
Did they was it a hoax when they
The
said
Egyptians
that they
used
found out
the-
that they were like indentured servants instead of slaves, like they had their own homes? and shit?
Difference.
Oh no, they had their own homes and stuff, but they weren't allowed to leave and they had to work. So I'm
That's-
not sure
yeah.
what you call that.
Yeah.
Slavery.
And they were being whipped and everything, but they had their home.
It was
home.
so good that after the Exodus, if you will,
they get
they
paid?
wanted to go back. So
Yeah,
it wasn't
they wanted
that
to
bad.
Go back. There was the whole Moses thing.
Yeah, it wasn't
Dude,
that
what
bad.
I will say though, that if aliens did exist, it does make sense why some motherfucker was able to split a sea in half. You know?
Yeah.
Or like shit, what if he had like food dye and that's why it turned the water into wine? You know?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about when Moses turned the water into blood.
Frog's
but then I
gay.
remembered you were talking about Jesus.
I'm talking about everything, dude. I don't know. I think it's weird.
Of course.
Is that the only faith that had like magic, basically?
No. If you don't know anything about Muhammad,
Mormonism.
they say Muhammad was possessed by demons and ran into a cave. That is where he wrote all of the scriptures of the Quran, and it came out to tell everyone.
So what you're saying is that he was possessed by demons, wrote the demon worshipping letters on books, and now they follow those demon
Something like
books.
that, which is
So they're
eerily
following
similar to the
devils.
Mormons.
Yeah, the Mormons, he was meant by angels to write the Book of Mormon.
Which was really funny because the Book of Mormon is just a poor ripoff of a weird translation. So what's funny about Muhammad? So basically, Islam is like
Islam.
Judaism, but from the unloved son of Abraham. So it's just that it literally is. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Israel comes from Isaac, which was the loved son, and then Hagar, who gave birth to Ishmael.
Are they
Islam
not all
comes
inbred?
They all are really. They were, and we all are inbred.
Yeah.
Oh.
If
We're
there
just
was
far
Adam
removed.
and Eve, then yeah, it's been a
So-
while.
Basically, yeah, they were first humans. If you don't believe in Adam and Eve, you must believe in
Adam
some
and
form
Steve.
of first. Yeah, Adam and Steve would not have gotten very far, I assume, without bone marrow babies. So basically,
That's why they need the rib.
so really, Islam is just angry Judaism, and Judaism is really already an angry religion.
If we can get much higher.
What the heck are you looking for?
What?
Are you looking at Minecraft?
Wait, you're looking at my stuff?
You just had your screen open this whole time.
Oh.
I was so confused. Well,